Hello, good evening, and a welcome to the Virtual Club Friday evening live stream. We never miss an opportunity to get it out there. And what have we got for you? Oh, I'm breaking our out in the conservatory. I think that's more to do with it. I'll try and hold the controller near the PS5 through the window. So we've got an MTCC exhibition race for you. A little test. A little tryout. 3 10-lap races at Lago Maggiore West Side. And yeah, we've got a few guys turned up. Group 4 cars with Bob on, no tuning. And I know that the tyres... petrol's fuel, sorry, ×4, and the tyres are ×4. And they'll be on the racing soft tyre. So yeah, we've got a few. Let's have a look through the field then for this exciting event on PT7. Testing the water, putting our toe in the water. We are seeing how lukewarm it is. So that's Homesick Alien, and I'm going to struggle with cars. He's in a Suzuka. I haven't got a clue what the model is though. Barry Twins is out there. He is in the Persia. I haven't got the button anymore to tell me. I ain't got the cheat button, so I don't know. So Koi Carp, he's out in a, I'm going to say Subaru. And this is qualifying that we're watching now. Without any kind of qualifying event, the race will start at 8 prompt. So it's this bit at the beginning is just yeah, qualifying. They're going for fastest laps if they can, all the way up to quarter past 8. And at the moment, I don't think, unless there's people in the pits. Talleyrand's in the pits. Don't know if he set a time. But Homesick is fastest, with Barry Twins second fastest, Koi Carp third fastest so far in the Subaru. With the information we have, Turtle fourth fastest. I can hear it crackling in my ear now. Well, I don't know. The kids are meant to be off the internet. It might be because I'm stood outside. Let me just have a couple more stretches and then I'll go in. Everything's all a massive rush when I get home from work now. I like barely get time to eat my dinner. And then it's straight on to stream. So, give me 2 drags. Have we worked out what car that is yet? It says something on the back. I can't see it. Oh turtle, what are you driving? I can't see anything in there. I ain't got a clue. What that is. Genesis is, oh, what's the Genesis? It's one of them South Korean cars, I think. Oh, he's gone in the pits. So, let's see if we can go in there and fix this crackling voice then. It's only a 10-lap race, then I'll be out there having another tough. So, yes, 3 10-lap races here at Lago Maggiore West Side. And, right, I'm in. Oh, my seats have all been swapped over. Hang on, I've got to reshuffle the comms booth. Get the posh seat around. Ready? Oh, yeah, comfort. Thank you. So, let's have a look. How's the crackling gone away? Now I'm indoors. Oh, I ain't got my glasses. Hang on. The crackling will be... Oh. Well, the crackling sounds all right. It's gone away, but I ain't got my glasses, so I can't... I'm an old man now. Hang on. G70 is the Genesis I've just seen. So, hello. Hopefully, we're sorting stuff out. Skyjacker says, good evening, sir. Hello, Skyjacker. Hope you're feeling better. Oh, Talaran saying, yes, yes. Mama Homesick saying, hey, thingy, how are you? And Talaran says, G70. That's that Genesis thing, isn't it? Is Genesis a car make, then? No, I can't look at the screen with the glasses on. That doesn't sound too bad. So, here we go. Let's have a look through the field then. It looks like everyone's out on a track at the moment. We've got 4 more minutes to go. And Homesick Alien in the Suzuka seems to be fastest out there at the moment by 4.5 tenths ahead of Barry Twins' Peugeot. Then Jokas. Oh, no, Skyjack has just popped it up there. He's obviously feeling a little better. He's got the Audi back out, looking absolutely splendid. He was the Audi driver along with Alpha Nut last season. And I think Alpha Nut went 4th and won that season. If I'm getting my bits, and I might get mixed up with a season or two, but I'm pretty sure Alpha Nut is the current MTCC champion. Homesick Alien was before him, I think, in the Renault. I might have had them two mixed up. I'm not sure, you know. I remember the Red Rockets were in it last year. So, yes, Barry Twins. So, Skyjack is second fastest. He's only 1,000th of a second off of Homesick's time. We'll have to get on board with him, won't we? We're just going to have to go along for this because he's on the timer, and then we'll try and look through the grid. I don't know what's going on with the internet. It's Pat saying Genesis, yeah, Hyundai, that's it, sports car, Hyundai, and that is South Korean, so I got it right in a way. So Skyjacker making his way around, wasn't paying too close of attention to his lap. He's on the racing softs so far. I always think of the Audi as a bit of a lug, and he's going in the pit, so it wasn't a pole run. So Barry Twins, he's out there. What's going on here? What's going on? There we go. There's Talleyrand in a rocket BMW, I believe. A BMW out there, 4th fastest ahead of Turtle now, who is in the Hyundai Genesis. And there's Pat, also in a rocket. There you go, a rocket Sirocco. It was the Rocket Siroccos in the last MTCC, wasn't it? With Talleyrand and Jam having a really good season of it. So there is Pat in the new red rocket, I guess. He's 7th fastest. AJ, not sure if we've seen him on track yet. He looks like he's in a Toyota. And Koikap, Road Boy, he's in the Subaru. He's in the pits also. So 9 on the field. Homesick having a practice start, is it? Or he's just having a little snooze? Seeing if Skyjacker can catch up with that speed. I imagine Skyjacker went into the pits. Oh, it's a different side for a change. But maybe Skyjacker went into the pits because his tyres weren't looking absolutely fresh, were they? So he's on an outlap now. We are drastically running out of time, though. He's only got a minute to get round, and it's not getting to the end of the lap. It is done. We go to the race. So I don't know if Skyjacker's going to have enough time to have a run at this one. And Barry Twin saying, hey, thingy, great way to start the weekend. Isn't it just? So Talleyrand saying good luck as Skyjacker starts that said flying lap, but I do not believe he's got time, as it is now 15:15, so the grid should look like this. Homesick, Skyjacker, Barry Twins, Talleyrand, Turtle, Jokus, Pat, and I'm not sure where AJ and Koi fit in, because when they're in the pits... Oh, the 2 rockets were parked up alongside each other then. They look good. So there they go. Oh, and it looks like AJ on pole. Unless there's another row of cars ahead of that. Have I got to go through all of that? No, it's on. Sorry. It's not displaying all for me. What's going on? There you go. Now it is. Oh, it's Racer Brown. Didn't even see him on the list. There's 13 cars suddenly. Wow. And Racer Brown getting away nicely, and we can see a bit of movement down there with Koikart making a jump on the grid. He's up to 8th already, but Racer Brown leads them away in the Mitzi, ahead of Skyjacker's Audi TT. Digi's in the mix as well. Digi's in there. Where did all these people come from? I didn't see him in practice. Homesick Alien, 4th fastest in the 4th on the track in his Suzuka. Talleyrand in the BMW, 5th. Jim, 6th. I'm getting really taken aback with all these cars now. Suddenly loads more cars. Oh, I like your livery, Jim. So Jim's just dropped to 7th behind Coy. Coy on a move. He's attacking Talleyrand now. And Talleyrand's going to struggle, but the BMW usually good in the corners. But the Subaru absolutely on it at the moment. Shafty in 7th. Where did he come from? I can't see him. Come on. Oh, he's there. He's in the Renault. He's racing with Jim. There in 7th. Jokus in 9th. In that Hyundai. Turtle 10th in the Genesis. Barry Twins is 11th in the Peugeot. Pat 12th in the Rocco, and AJ in the, what is that, Subaru? I mean Toyota. Yeah, just like a Toyota badge. Should have read, shouldn't I, who took what car. But AJ at the moment 2 seconds apart from the field. Racer Brown leading the way by a second from Skyjacker. Skyjacker chasing him down with all his might. Digi, 3rd fastest, just ahead of Homesick. We've had an off, and it was Talleyrand. Talleyrand, was it? No, it looked more purple than that. Yeah, it must have been maybe Talleyrand. I want to say it was Shafty, but Shafty's there in 8th, attacking Jokus. Turtle just getting ahead of Barry Twins there. Barry Twins suffering a little bit at the moment in 11th spot. And Pat in 12th catching up with... Ooh, but Pat's had a little knock with the barrier there. And AJ catching those guys up at a rate of noughts. But at the moment, Racer Brown pulling away from Skyjacker by a 10th. Digi 1.5 seconds behind them. And he's just ahead of Homesick Alien, and Koikart is a man on the move in the Subaru. Look at him fly. He's absolutely pulverizing it. So Racer Brown leads from Skyjacker. Digi is in 3rd. Homesick Alien, 4th place, just ahead of this man at Koikart. Talleyrand, 7/10 behind us. He's ahead of Shafty. Shafty's on the move. He's got past Jim. And Koikart going a little wide there, but getting away with it in the Subaru. Not bad. There you can see the BMW looming large in Koikart's mirrors, and he's going to want that position pretty soon. Racer Brown, it's looking tighter. It is looking tighter. Skyjacker closing up to the Mitzi at this point in the race. 10 laps we're doing at Lago Maggiore, or West Side. And we've got 2nd place Skyjacker chasing down 1st place Racer Brown in his Mitsubishi. They're pulling away from the pack. Digi now 2.3 seconds behind this battle, and Skyjacker claimed the fastest lap on that 2nd lap, but that could change before the end of the race. The Audi TT, an FF car, notorious to be quite rough on their tyres. I think the Mitzi ahead is a 4-wheel drive. It's a little kinder, but I think not as fast in the straights. But at the moment, Mitsubishi doing absolutely wonders. Digi dropping further back, but he's pulling away from Homesick. Homesick staying within a second. Koikart there, still clinging on to the back of Homesick Alien, but he's pulled away from Talleyrand in the Beamer. And Talleyrand looking like he's trying to do a bit of drifting through that final corner. And Talleyrand, 6th place, just ahead of Shafty by 1.8 seconds. Shafty in the Renault. It's just ahead of Jim. And Jokus is in 9th. They're very bunched up at the back here. Turtle as well. Only 8/10 behind. Anything could happen. in this little pack at the back. And Barry Twins 2.5 seconds behind Turtle. Their battle continues with Pat in 12th position. But Racer Brown still leads from Skyjacker. Digi in 3rd place. We're on lap 4 of 10. We're sat on board with the Flying Dutchman Turtle. He's ahead of Barry Twins by 2 seconds, and he's 1.5 seconds behind Jokers' Hyundai. Trying to catch it up quick, and Jim is just ahead of Jokers. What a little battle we've got as they make their way around. The speed is the wind speed is 2.3 miles a second. Great. Jokers there did a 1:29.4 his last time around. Jim doing a 29.4 also, but Jim's going for a move, it seems, on Shafty down the straight. Got a good run out of the final corner. Jim going for the brakes late, making the move, but Shafty stays there, stays on his inside, and that means he gets that corner. But Jim's coming back at him, and Jim makes the move. He's through, and Jim is up into a 7th spot now. And Shafty, ever a threat though, he's still looking to make an opportunity for himself against the Mazda ahead. Sitting in 8th place at the moment. He's pulled out, but Jim's taken that inside line. Oh God. And Jim holds on, sorry. Getting used to these cameras. But it looks like the move done. And he has. Shafty up the hill, has got himself past the Mazda and up and into 7th place. And a great job done by the American driver there. And he's 3 seconds adrift of Talleyrand, who's now caught up with Homesick. So Koikarp has got by Homesick Alien, and Homesick Alien in that little Suzuki is definitely struggling. I love the livery though. The livery is amazing. And Talleyrand is looking like it's just a matter of when and not if he gets the move done on Homesick Alien. They're going around for the 6th lap now of this race. And we've got Racer Brown leading from Skyjacker. We'll have a look how that battle's unfolded. It looks to me like Racer Brown's pulled away some from Skyjacker. We'll see how his tyres are holding up. Looked like Koikarp made a small mistake, just up ahead in 4th. Homesick and Talleyrand flying along to try and maybe get a move. No, Koi's too far up the road. You see that Beamer catching up the Suzuka at the end of the straight. He's right on him now up the hill. This is where the grunt comes into it. And it's looking like, oh, he's just tucked in behind the Suzuka of Homesick Alien. This is the one. He's got the inside line now. And he is through. Suzuka still clinging in there in the corners around the outside. Great driving from Homesick Alien. But nope. That's it now. Talleyrand is up into 5th place and chasing down Coy, who's in a great 4th, not far behind Digi. And it looks like Skyjacker is dropping back as well. And it's definitely those tyres, isn't it? Look, the tyres going. Digi struggling. Koikarp coming at him. Coy's tyres are in a worse state than Digi's, but he's managing to get more out of the 4-wheel drive car than Digi is at the moment. And Digi, he's going to have to cling on for the final couple of laps, as will Skyjacker. His tyres are absolutely burnt out. Racer Brown totally comfortable out there in front in the DeWalt Mitsubishi, and he's doing a stunning job at the moment. 7 seconds lead in that Mitsi. Skyjacker fighting the tyre wear in his car, and Digi also, he's managed to pull away from Coy a little bit, but if Koikarp gets strung up behind these guys too long, we've got these two fast fellas coming along. Talleyrand only 1.5 seconds behind Coy when he wants to get by Digi as quickly as he possibly can, really. And yes, these cars falling back at the moment with tyre wear. Shafty, his tyre wear's not looking too pretty, but he's pulled a nice little gap out on Jim, who's ahead of Jokers, and Turtle's going for a move on Jokers. And Turtle more comfortable with the fading tyres than Jokers is at the moment. Jokers, though, looking to come back at Turtle up the inside. Can he make it? No. And Turtle has that position, 9th place, chasing down Jim. Barry Twins up into 11th for AJ. We saw him starting to make his way up through the field. He's dropped back a little bit, I think. And Pat in 13th in that Rocco, trying to make it work. It's looking like it's struggling with those front tyres. Racer Brown, meanwhile, on lap 8 of 10, nearly 10 seconds leading from Skyjacker, who's taken to the grass. He's back on the track, but it's closing up. The tyre wear really starting to cause effect. Koikart, though, his tyres look absolutely dismal. And there, Digi, they're trying to cut the toe. Sorry, Skyjacker from Digi. He knows he's under threat from Digi, and Digi looked like he was struggling. But he's closed right up to Skyjacker's Audi TT now, as Racer Brown disappears into the distance in first place. We have this battle for second and third. Koikart only 1.2 seconds behind him, but I think Koikart's tyres have faded as well. And here we go. The Audi taking the inside line, but he's just got no grip. Look at him just sliding to the outside of the corner. Digi trying to use what grip he's got left to try and get purchase of the inside. And my word, it looks like he's managed it. And Digi takes second place. Or does he? The Audi pretty nippy down the straight. But the Lexus holding in there, and Digi up into second place. Koikart's got a run on Skyjacker. Skyjacker without any grip to defend from it, but I mean, Koikart's grip's absolutely dismal as well. His tyres absolutely torn, but I think the four-wheel drive of that Subaru helping him out in the corners, and Skyjacker will not be moved. He held on to the inside of that corner, and Koikart had to concede, and all this time Talleyrand has caught right up. He's left Homesick Alien behind. Homesick Alien, no answer in that Suzuka. He's got no pace in the car. Shafty in 7th place now in that Renault. We saw his tyres look like they're fit to pop, but he's cracking on. Jim in 8th, chasing down Shafty less than a second. Everyone's tyres are absolutely done. Turtle in 9th. Jokers in 10th place, ahead of Barry Twins in 11th. 12, he's closing up on Barry Twins. Did a 32.7 his last time around. Barry Twins a 34.2. So yes, Barry Twins is struggling with them tyres. Look at them. And Barry is very good on tyres. Pat, just no grip whatsoever in the hairpin. He's gone out wide in 13th, and it looks like AJ is definitely lining. Oh, AJ's really looked after his tyres there. He looks like he's lining up Barry Twins for a pass. Racer Brown leads this race. Digi is second. Skyjacker in third. It looks close though for Coy and Talleyrand. No, Talleyrand's up. Talleyrand's got the position. He's moving on. A position on Skyjacker. Skyjacker trying to keep the inside as he has his tyre woes. And Talleyrand is in there. He's in the mix in the BMW. The BMW coming strong near the end of the race. And he's tucked up between Skyjacker and Coy. Skyjacker defending with all his might. And this is helping Homesick Alien get back into this one as Coy tries to get a move done on Talleyrand. And it looks like Coy's done it. Can he continue past the Audi? They break into the flying hairpin, and the Audi managing to maintain position, but he's out wide. He's on the dust a little bit, and Koikarp's got the run now, and Koikarp in a podium position in the Subaru, fighting fit come the end, even though he's got no grip. And Racer Brown, is coming around the final corner to take the first win of this evening's event. And a great drive, 15-second lead in his Mitzi. Digi then in second. Great drive from him. Looked like he was fading mid-race. Kuikarp attacking him. But then he managed to catch up the Audi, get by the Audi. And he got second place. Great stuff. Kuikarp on for a podium. And take a boo, my son. Talleyrand coming home in fourth. Skyjacker just about clinging on to fifth. Ahead of Homesick Alien in sixth. Shafty brings her home in seventh place. With Jim in eighth. Turtle grabbing a fine ninth place from where he started. Joker's coming down the road for 10th place. AJ in 11th. Looked after his tyres. The best out there of everyone. Barry Twins, no tyres left on that one, in 12th, and Pat brings her home in 13th. Not too far behind. That whole field was rather close together, and that is the race one. There's no results to take you to, I'm afraid. And I don't know how long we look at these things. I don't know. I can't remember what they did now. I think I have to quit out of it. So Racer Brown saying hello thingy. Well, hello, Racer Brown. We're looking at some nice pictures of Lake Maggiore, west side. That's the castle of Maggiore, or it's a hotel. So it's the hotel where Shining happened. That is Turn Nouveau. And yeah, that was a splendid little race. So I think there's a short break, 20:42. 10 minutes, and then we'll be into race 2, and I will exit this, I believe, and go in again. Someone is making their way around, I think. No, that must be just no one's that fast, are they? I was looking at the red dot on the map, but I don't think that's a real person, because it doesn't slow down in the corners. Must be just to indicate which way round the track is. So let's go and have a look. They're in the pits at the moment. Do I have to change the settings every time? Thank you. Polifer Baloney, that's nice of you. So, well, I've only got 10 minutes. You can look at these guys. I'm trying to think who goes out the most. Jokers is usually good for going out. Oh, Talleyrand is out, sorry. So, good luck. I'll be back very soon. Catch you on the flip side, my brothers. Barry Twins in the chat says the RCZ said is a tyre nightmare to drive. Yes, mate, I know. I've had a season in it. God awful car. Hated every second of it. Sorry, bud. All right, I'll be back soon. Yoo-hoo. I'm back on bed and I'm ready to race. No one watching anyway. Pat says, doesn't help having fixed zero brake bias when bottled on. No, that is a fundamental flaw, I would say, in this new game. Ryan saying, that was a fun race. My tyres were dead at the end. Everyone's were, man, except for Race Browns looked not too bad, but they still looked worn. And Sinister Duck says, good evening from AJ, cheering sections. Hey gang, hope you're all right. So, that was race one. What do we take from that? Tyre wear might be a little high. Did look like it was a struggle for the last lap or two for those guys. It does add fun jeopardy. It has to be said. But yeah, I don't know. It looked like the four-wheel drive cars seem to be handling the tyre wear a lot better than the FF cars. So this is all things that will be taken into account, I'm sure, before the full manufacturing touring car championship starts again. It's a dip, like I said, we're dipping our toes. So Talleyrand out there in the BMW, that looked strong at the end of the race, looked good on the tyres. Let's just check it, looking down, you can see him looking down there at his data, checking out. This is kind of a semi-qualifying session. They're allowed to, the grids are going to just be from these times in between. It's going to be similar settings to the race before, 10 laps in the afternoon, random sort of sun cloud, you know, I'm not sure what the settings are, there's no rain. So it's yeah, they can go out there and set a lap. Yeah, it is working. I didn't think I could hear my voice. I must have taken a really long pause as I turned it up. So they can go round if they wish. If they want to get up the grid, they're more than welcome to go out there, set a time. I'm not sure if Talleyrand has. He looks like he wants to start near the back. Maybe he wants to check out things from further back on the grids. Turtle out there pushing for a lap now. They won't get much time to do a lap. It's already 41. We'll be going race 2 at 42. So they have to be sharp if they want to get a lap in. And Talleyrand telling them now there's only 1 min. So those that are on a lap will get to shuffle up the grid like Turtle does into second place behind Jim. Talleyrand out there, he's only done out laps, as has Pat. I don't think Pat's going to have time to put a lap in, so he's going to park his rocket next to the other rocket, just to look good for the sponsors. And it looks mighty fine. I can't change camera angles though, I'm afraid, guys. That's it. I don't get the choice anymore. But yes, oh yeah. Oh, Pat's looking at YouTube. He's checking that out for the best view. And there we see a pair of rockets ready to go into race 2. Digi we see driving by. He crosses. Oh no, he's just an outlap. He hasn't gone any faster than 8th place. These are all outlaps, and I think the race is going to start as they're all on their flying lap. They just didn't get out there quick enough, and some of them have opted just to stay into the pits. They may have done laps, I'm not sure. Jim is fastest with a 28.6 in his Skyjacker. He does pop a time in to go second fastest, and we're getting the good luck guys, so we're just about to go. Home Scalian gets a lap in there to go 3rd fastest, and just missing the rocket, boys. Is he going to get a lap in? It looks like he is. Is he going to go faster? Oh, he's put the brakes on, but the time ran out. So that is the grid. I have to press that to get it all up. And we're looking at Jim's Mazda WD-40 as the lights go green, here at Lago Maggiore, west side. And it's go here at Lago Maggiore for race 2. Jim maintains that lead from the Audi of Skyjacker Turtle in third, with Homesick Alien looking up the inside, and Racer Brown's in the mix as well. I didn't see where he started. Should have done a quick rundown if I could have done, shouldn't I? So Racer Brown fourth, Homesick Alien third, Barry Twins down into fifth place now. Looking at the back of the Mitsubishi, Shafty is in sixth spot in the Renault, chasing down the Peugeot. Koi Cup in seventh. He's got Turtle shuffling down the pack. He was up there earlier, but it looks like he's made a small mistake. Slipped back to 8th place behind Koi Cup's Subaru, sorry. And there's some action here with Digi going for a move on Turtle. A bit of contact there for Digi in 8th place, with Talleyrand also coming through in the BMW. And Turtle struggling at the moment on this first lap to get heat into his tyres, find the grip that he needs. And now he's got Pat in the Rocco trying to make a move as well. Jokus up the inside. It's gone terrible lap for Turtle, through no fault of his own it seems, just trying to get back into the rhythm, but the cars were just all had momentum on him. And Skyjack has taken the lead from Jim. I apologise. Skyjacker now leads this race in the Audi, and he's got to get a shifty on, hasn't he? Because he's got Racer Brown looking up the inside of Jim, and Racer Brown now making a move in the Mitsubishi, and it says he's through, but Jim's still on the inside, but Jim's lost the car. He's managed to collect her up, but not without losing the position to Racer Brown's Mitsubishi that has gone through and up into second place. Jim there clinging on to his Mazda through there. It looked like he was squirreling, but he caught her up, gathered her in. He's on his way. He's still in third, but he's got Homesick Alien checking out that third position like he wants it. Shafty has got himself in fifth place there, ahead of Koi Carp. Digi in seventh. He's made a move on someone else. Someone must have slipped back. I'm not sure who. But Digi now on seventh spot, and Talleyrand come through there on Barry in the Peugeot to claim eighth, and now he's going for Digi. So Talleyrand finding some mega pace in his BMW at this point in the race. Skyjacker leads, Racer Brown in second, Jim still in third, Homesick Alien very close behind, and eager to make a move. Shafty is in fifth place, with Koi Carp sixth, Digi in seventh, ahead of Talleyrand in eighth. We've got Barry Twins in ninth. He wasn't happy with the tyre wear of that Peugeot in race one. And I don't know if he's going to change his driving style or something. And Pat there in 10th, going round the very edge of that last turn. And Joker's looking to make a move. And Turtle there in 12th as well, looking for a way past the Rocket Sirocco. But the Rocket Sirocco is still holding ground. But no, Joker sneaks one up the inside. And his Hyundai is up and into 10th place, and now Pat has to defend from Turtle. Turtle taking a very close view of the back of that Rocco. Skyjacker still leads from Racer Brown, and I think they're very close on track. I should cut to them. We'll just see how the hairpin goes for these guys. That's where you would think Turtle would go for a move. It looks like Pat's going to go for a move on Jokus. Not quite. Just know I'm going to cut away, and there'll be movement between these guys. AJ there in 13th, just behind Turtle. So Skyjacker, yes, he is under threat from Racer Brown, and we know Racer Brown rather swift in that Mitsubishi. Jim still clinging on to that third place ahead of Homesick Alien. Homesick Alien has got us slightly closer, but not much. But he's got a whole train of cars behind him, with Shafty in the Renault. Oh, Jim's made a small mistake. Homesick Alien's going for the move up into third place. And there we go. Homesick Alien moves up into third. Jim's sitting duck down the straight. Shafty having a look as well, but he doesn't quite have the pace to get up alongside Jim along the straight. And Jim having to go very defensive in this corner, and Shafty's trying to still find room around the outside as Coy goes up the inside and Jim's sandwiched between the two cars. Shafty's out wide, and my word, Coy got up there in fourth, but I'm not sure. There wasn't room for 3 cars through there, and Jim still fifth, and it was Shafty that seemed to miss out there. He's behind Digi now. Shafty being on the outside of Jim. Lost a few places there, Jim. Oh, it looks like Coy. And Home Segalian's had a massive one. Home Segalian's had a massive one. Someone else is having an off as well. It looks like Jokers. So, oh, we've got all sorts of things happening down there. And Jokers there and Pat trying to get by. Home Segalian trying to get moving. AJ has found himself a 3-second penalty. Hey, AJ's the first one in the live stream we've seen with a penalty. I don't know what that'll be for. We don't usually have penalties turned on, so... Skyjacker still leads from Racer Brown up there in first and second. Jim is back up into third, so Coy must have redressed with Jim, but he's coming back at Jim now, and Digi in the mix is 3 wide. This is going to be very tight. Digi missing his braking point, but he's just trying to cling on in there, and Coy now gets a clean move up into third place in his Subaru. Great driving from Coy Kart there. Digi in fourth, Jim fifth now, being caught out by Digi and Coy in that corner. Shafty still looming large in sixth place. Talleyrand is seventh now, catching up with this gaggle of cars. Barry Twins eighth, looking after those tyres who are halfway through the race. It's not looking too bad for Barry Twins. Turtle in ninth, catching him up. We saw him coming strong in the end, the second half of the race in the first race, and again he's doing it in that Hyundai. Joker's battling with Home Segalian. Home Segalian down in 11th place, and Joker's off the track. Pushing his Hyundai to the very edge of its limits, and that lets through Home Segalian up into 10th. Pat goes up into 11th in the Rocket Rocco, and Joker's still ahead of AJ. AJ doing extremely well out there, just not making the moves. Racer Brown's now leading. Racer Brown, Skyjacker's tyres going. It looks not too bad, but Racer Brown must have made the move. And the Mitsubishi is absolutely flying. And Racer Brown looking to get the Grand Slam done. Coy Carp at the moment has the fastest lap. I can't remember who had the fastest lap in the first race. And have a little sip of my warm beverage. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Nice coffee. Excuse me. So Racer Brown leads from Skyjacker. We're on lap 6 of 10. And Coy Carp, another podium for Coy Carp. It's looking good in the Subaru with Digi in 4th. Ahead of Shafty. Jim slipping down into 6th place in his Mazda. And this is where we start seeing the tyre wear coming in before. Talleyrand in the BMW. The BMW looking strong at the end of race 1. And again, it's coming good in the last half of this race, the second race of the evening in these Group 4 sports cars. We've had some dramatic racing. It's been absolutely cracking stuff. And it looks to me like Talleyrand is getting the move done. He's up the inside. And he's through. There he goes. We're sat on board with Jim at the moment, looking at the back of Talleyrand. And does Talleyrand have the pace to get past? Look, he's got Shafty and I believe Digi just ahead of him. Talleyrand really certainly is making that Beamer work in this last part of the race, but Jim getting good pace out of the Mazda and a good tow. comes at Talleyrand. He's looking to make the move up the inside as Digi defends from Shafty. Shafty looks like he's got the run on Digi there. Not quite. He's going to do it around the outside in the Renault. Superb stuff. Now he's got the inside line. Digi does not want to give up the place in the Lexus. And Shafty cannot get the move done on the Lexus. Unbelievable stuff. It looked like he had it sorted, but Digi clinging on around the outside, and it's come good for him. He stays in 4th place with Shafty in 5th. Talleyrand tucked right up there in 6th, and Jim along for the view in 7th. Turtle in 8th place, 6 seconds behind that battle. 2 seconds ahead of Barry Twins, who's having a battle with Homesick Alien. Homesick Alien's tyres are in an absolutely better position than Barry's. Barry's have gone. There they go. Struggling for grip in that Peugeot. Joker's in 11th. His tyres starting to go as well. He'll be trying to catch Barry Twins up. With AJ in 12th place, only just ahead of Pat, who's 8 tenths behind him. So Racer Brown, his tyres, they're not too bad. I've seen worse out there. He's pulled out 6.5 seconds on Skyjacker, who is under threat from Coy. Coy is looking for 2nd place. 3rd place won't do. He's got the fastest lap of this race, and he is absolutely flying in the Subaru at the moment. Skyjacker struggling with that tyre wear, and then there's a whole gaggle of cars heading towards him, led by Digi. Shafty in 5th, Talleyrand 6th, and Jim there in 7th place. And this is building to a very tantalising race coming up, with Coy catching up Skyjacker. And they're all trying to shuffle past each other, but there's just no room on the track. And Digi, he gets a bit of a reprise there. He gets to have a breather, and Shafty's tyres absolutely torn to pieces on that Renault. How he's getting the front end into the corners. Oh, and Jim and Talleyrand have had a knock. They've had a bit of a knock, and they've stayed in the same positions. But now Talleyrand has to fight to get back up the back with Shafty. Catch up with Shafty, and Digi pulling away as Shafty's tyres die beneath him. And here we see 3rd place Coy Carp, less than a second behind the Audi. And Coy is driving the Subaru. He had a cracking first race to get a podium. Now he wants to go one better than his 3rd place from race 1. He's looking good for it. Skyjacker in the Audi. We saw he had to defend. We're on lap 9. So one more lap after this one. We're coming to near the end of the lap, but yeah, if you remember, Skyjacker had to really do some defensive driving come the end of race, and it looks like Coy is going to go for a move up the inside. Seems to have better grip. His tyre wear is terrible on the Mitsubishi. Come on, get used to the buttons. But Coy Carp now only 6 tenths behind Skyjacker. Behind them, Digi 2.5 seconds behind Coy, with Shafty 2.5 seconds behind Digi. Talleyrand has caught back up with Shafty, but that's because Shafty's tyres are absolutely a shot. They're done. Shafty just clinging on best he can in that Renault. Look at the drag race they're having down to the final corner, but Talleyrand's got the grip where Shafty hasn't. And Talleyrand now up into 5th, but he's 1.5 seconds behind Digi, who is struggling with the tyres as well. But is there enough time in one lap? Can Talleyrand make a move on Digi? Skyjacker has dropped down to 3rd. Coy has made that move. And again, Racer Brown miles ahead of him. Superb drive from Racer Brown. I can't believe Coy Carp's, he can maintain his lap times with that tyre wear. Look at the tyre wear. It's shot to pieces. Skyjacker, his tyre wearing much better. But he has dropped into the 32s. I imagine Coy was helped with the toe. And here we go, Racer Brown coming into the final section to take his 2nd win of the evening. 2 from 2. And a great job done by Racer Brown. Superb stuff. Well done. Get in there. Koi Carp looking good for second place here. And here he comes. And Skyjacker absolutely no grip in his Audi. But Koi Carp grabs himself second place. Skyjacker third. Take a boom, my son. Digi gets fourth. Talaran gets fifth. Ahead of Shafty getting sixth. Jim gets seventh. With Homesick Alien coming home in eighth place. Ahead of Turtle in ninth. Barry Twins got 10th place. Jokers in 11th. Just ahead of AJ there for 12th. And Pat comes home 13th. And Koi Carp got your fastest lap with a 28.237. And that was race 2. Superb stuff. Well done, Racer Brown. 2 for 2. Can he do it a third time? And we'll look at some nice shots from Lago Maggiore. West side. I think it's west. I keep saying west side. It is west. And Skyjack saying, no brake bias is dog poo. And yeah, I understand the FF cars, they would like to put that bias somewhere else so they could mess around with the tyre wear. I mean, they wouldn't have the brakes at the front, they'd have the brakes to the rear, I imagine, to put the wear on the back of the car. So they are struggling out there with the tyre wear. And but to have brake bias, you have to have tuning, and then you'll find people spending every waking hour trying to find a tune, and it'd be bedlam, I tell thee. So all of that's changed. How has that gone? So unprofessional. Homesick Alien out there then, trying to find some extra time in that Suzuki. And I'll leave you with the Alien, and I shall return very soon. Can you hear my chair creaking? I don't think you can. Probably shouldn't have pointed that out. See you soon. Yo, I'm back. I couldn't remember what he said. 9:10, I thought. It's only 4 minutes past. I misread my time. I'm back. That's good, isn't it? It's early. Don't know where Homesick's gone. We were watching him toodle around. He's disappeared. So there's Digi. Digi, he's been having some strong races. But the tyres are just not... They're letting him down. He must be having a similar issue. I'm not sure what the drive is on that car. I know there's FF cars where I think that's the engines at the front and the car's driven by the front. So all the weight and everything, all the pressure is on those front wheels. And then you have FR, which is front engine and rear drive. But I'm not au fait with what's what out there. I'm just guessing most of the time. And so a Pat in the chat, he said last 3 or 4 laps is understeer city. And Skyjacker said it would be on rear. It's brake bias, this is what he's talking about. It would be on rear, helps keep braking points consistent, as well as helps save fronts a little bit. So yes, and like I said, brake bias now, Polybaloney has made its infinite wisdom, has decided that's a tuning part. Whereas I think on road cars you can adjust the brake balance. I'm not sure about that, but I think there is certain things you can change just on normal fancy road cars, so not being able to do it, it seems bizarre, as it's not really a tuning part. But there you go. So these guys having to deal with not being able to adjust the brake bias. I don't know where the brake bias would be set, I guess right in the middle. Tyre wear really is a struggle for them. In the last few laps, we're heading into the final and third race. Racer Brown's won the first 2. Koi Cup, 3rd and 2nd, and I think Skyjacker got 2nd and 3rd, did he? I'm not sure about Skyjacker in the first race. I don't know if he dropped back. It might have been Digi that got 2nd, actually. Oh, let me put my glasses on. Racer Brown's and Barry Twins have put in the stream, so. And Talleyrand. Wow, everyone's having a little go. Here we go. Lobby looks a bit less laggy than it has done before. I've got to say, yeah, our porpoising hasn't been that bad. Barry Twins saying after the 6th lap, I'm driving on my front rims. Yeah, no, that Peugeot is awful. Racer Brown said, yeah, did notice that, and no CA. Car's twitching about. Lexus is FR. Ah, there you go. And Talleyrand says, please fix it, Kaz. Come on, Kaz, you know what we want. He's a little tease, isn't he? He's like, no, do my menus first. Do my menus and my missions, and then you can have lobbies. I've done your bloody lobby menu, and it wasn't fun. Did not enjoy it as a single player. I like the old way. I like the old way where they have like beginners league, amateurs league, professional league, and you click in there and there's loads of different races you can do. But they did it differently this time, and I did not approve. I like the game, although I haven't played it much since I've completed the menus. It's a cracking little game, but I don't want to go and find a race, go to a track to find a race. I like to have a little thing where it bunches 5 races together and I can do those races like the old games. And I don't, let's not go into it. This is not the place nor the time. Skyjacker at the moment has put a fastest time in there. That Audi extremely swift in Skyjacker's hands, but cannot deal with the tyres. Jim, we saw, he was holding on for a while there in the top 3 in that second race. He's starting 2nd on the grid at the moment, and again it's another one. I think it's the tyres just go away from him. He's unable to maintain position. Digi 3rd fastest in the Lexus. Alien, getting to know his Suzuka. I think it's so cute. It's such a cute little car. Look at it. It's just a sweet little compact car, and you know, you can't fit much in that when you go and do your shopping. It's not going anywhere, is it? You've got to put it on the passenger seat. No boot space whatsoever. Oh, I don't know what that was. There was messages and it said something about third race. I think 3 times tyre, but I don't think you can change lobby settings without closing the lobby down. And free tyre choice, what's that? Is there rain at Let It Go Majority? I don't think there's rain. So I'm not sure. And Race Brown said, did like the Lexus last MTCC. Well, he's doing okay, Digi. I think it's just the tyre wear. I think they're all struggling with the tyre wear. That's why I wondered if Talleyrand said he was going to bump the tyres down to ×3. See, the chat's too quick. I can't quite catch it. I know someone asked why. Because the tyre wear is awful. And Skyjacker said, knock it down ×1. I think he still thinks ×3 isn't going to be enough for him. We're on ×4 at the moment. So yeah, Suzuka, the Suzuki's gone third fastest. It's such a cute little machine. God, I'm going to have to leave it. Oh, I think they were allowed to swap cars around as well. I'm not sure what's going on. I'm not keeping up with the chat. There we go. I think Skyjacker's going to enlighten me. He's the brains. And Racer Brown said that Suzuki would be a good one-make championship. It does look cool. I like it. Skyjacker XO would do me, to be honest, lols. Talleyrand said, don't feel you have to stay on thingy. Oh, don't say that. It seems very slow in a straight line. Racer Brown says, what's that? I think Homesick Alien was saying that. He was losing a lot of time in the straights. He had a go in it. I think in the daily races, I think he mentioned. Said he was losing a lot of time. No, I don't mind. I'll hang around. So, are we going? This is the third race. He said good luck. So, oh, is that after this or something? Oh yeah, well, I'll wrap it up after this because that's more of a practice. This was more organised. When it's a practice, we'll do it. Do I have time then? Skyjacker, Jim, Digi, Homesick, Jokers, Shafty, Koikarp, Turtle, Pat, Barry, Racer Brown, Talleyrand, AJ. That's your grid. Skyjacker's on pole though. Let's have it. Oh, it's getting a little dark as well. That's cool. So Skyjacker is going to play let's hold on to the lead as long as I can, but no, Jim's got a great start from the grid and he's up into the lead. And Digi, wow, whoa, Digi came from nowhere, and Jokers, and now it's Bedlam, and I think there's going to be a red flag in there somewhere. Oh, we can't have a red flag. This is interesting. They've got to continue. Skyjacker, Jokers there in second place, Digi in third, Shafty up into fourth, Turtle now fifth, Koikarp sixth, Homesick Alien down to seventh. I don't know, it just looked like a whole plethora of cars in there. Racer Brown in eighth, Talleyrand in ninth, Pat 10th, Barry Twins 11th, AJ, Jim was the one that lost out the most in there. He was leading. Unbelievable stuff. And now there's movement here. Digi going past Jokers possibly. Whole host of cars down here. I think it's the cold tyres as the evening draws on. And Coy, fifth fastest. He's had a great evening's racing so far as Coy in that Subaru. Shafty in the Renault. He's in a good spot. He's been there knocking on the door all evening and being in fourth. He's been difficult to overtake, but again he's struggled with those tyres at the end of the race. Racer Brown has been absolutely solid all night, taking the 2 wins so far this evening. And look, he's trying to get past the Subaru. He manages it down the straight, and Homesick Alien's right there. He's having a think about it as well. Homesick Alien, is he going to nip one up the inside of the Mitsubishi? It looks like he nearly does. Yes, it shows him ahead. Oof, it's tight though, tight between the two. And Koikap trying to come back out the Alien. But Homesick Alien maintains that 6th place. Koikap in 7th. Talleyrand in 8th, just knocking on the door of Koikap's boot. Pat in 9th in the Rocco Rocket. And Turtle having a very close inspection of the back of that Volkswagen. He's checking the emissions, seeing if they're still lying. Pat out wide, but he stays ahead of Turtle, and it looks like Subaru. Barry's Peugeot is coming through. Watch out, son. Barry's on your outside. He's through. Barry up into 10th. The rivalry between Barry Twins and Turtle. But Barry Twins' tyres can only last a certain amount of time. Turtle in 11th. AJ 12th. Jim coming back into the fight again. He's found some cars to battle with. Skyjacker leads with Digi in 2nd. Racer Brown now up into 3rd. Looks like Joker's in trouble here. They've all caught him up. And Racer Brown goes up to 3rd. Joker's maintaining, but Homesick Alien right there to try and grab that 4th place from Joker's. And he does in the little Suzuka Swift, is it? So Joker's then fighting his Hyundai at the moment. And Shafty slipped back as well. Wasn't Shafty doing well earlier? Pat, was it? Someone was off then. It was Shafty again. He slipped back in the Renault. Oh dear, it's going from bad to worse for Shafty in this race. He's dropped down to 8th. Koikap in 7th. Jokus in 6th. Chasing down Talleyrand. Turning it around up into 5th, but Jokus is up his inside. He's gone for a brave move there, late on the brakes, but the BMW stood solid, and now Jokus loses a position to Koikap as he recovers from that late braking. What a challenge, Jokus. Koikap now all over the BMW like a rash. But Talleyrand maintains that 5th place, but it's going to be a struggle. Koikap has brought his A game today. Homesick Alien in 4th, chasing down Racer Brown. And Racer Brown 3.8 seconds behind Digi. That tyre wear not kicking in just yet. We're on lap 4 of 10. And Skyjacker has got the fastest lap so far in this race. And he's 1.3 seconds ahead of the Lexus. And then Racer Brown and Homesick in their very own little battle for 4th and 3rd. Talleyrand looks like he's pulled out a little gap on Koikap, and now Koikap looks like he's in trouble from the... No, it's Jokus that's in trouble from Shafty. Shafty having a very keen eye on that Hyundai as they go down the straight. I bet they're side by side, and I'm missing it being sat here. Look at that. How I was. That camera angle's rubbish anyway. Sneeze. Achoo. Bless me. Thank you. Fine. So Shafty and Jokus having themselves a glorious little battle there for 7th and 8th. Cracking stuff. Back on board the... is it a Renault? Yeah, the Renault. Shafty, a serious think about that Hyundai. Ahead of him, Skyjacker still leads from Digi with Racer Brown in spot. Then you can see we're in Shafty's car in 8th. He's out there wide, but he's maintained place. He's got Pat only 7/10 behind him. They're having themselves, oh for God's sakes, they're having themselves a gigantic race out there with Jokus in 7th, Shafty in 8th, Pat in 9th spot. Then we've got Jim. Jim's made his way past Turtle and Barry and AJ. So Jim on the comeback here at the moment in 10th. Turtle in 11th, Barry Twins in 12th place with AJ 13th. Skyjacker still leading with Digi closing down, and Racer Brown in 3rd. We're on lap 5 of 10. He's 2.3 seconds ahead of Homesick now. Homesick could be in trouble with Talleyrand. Talleyrand only, well, no, he's 4 seconds behind, sorry. He's pulled away from Koikart now as well. And Joker's 2.7. He's struggling with that Hyundai at the moment. And Shafty is all up in his business. And Pat's going to be having a look as well. A three-way battle down here for 7th, 8th. Oh, and Jokers has gone wide. They're 3 wide now. And oh my word, I think there's calamities. Jokers is looking like he's a bit bouncy then. I don't know what happened, but Pat's moved up into 7th. Jokers in 8th. Shafty 9th. Jim closing up, and Jim has got the momentum so far in this race. He is absolutely chugging it. But Pat, great move there then, up into 7th spot, and he's only 2.3 seconds behind Koikart. So the red Rocco Rocket could be on the Subaru, sorry, anytime soon. And he's bringing a few friends with him, with Joker, Shafty and Jim. And not too far behind them, Turtle. Oh, we see some, I think that was Jokers again going wide. So Turtle in 11th, AJ in 12th. He's got ahead of Barry Twins. Barry Twins not happy with the Peugeot. Skyjacker still leads by 1.1 seconds, but Digi is starting to close in on them, and Racer Brown closing in on both of them. He's got the fastest lap of the race so far. He's going for a triple win tonight, and can he do it? MTCC in 3.7 seconds. Tallerando, he's dropping back from the Alien. Koikart, he's nearly 5 seconds adrift from Talleyrand now. Pat still doing well in 7th place, but he's gone a lot wide there. He's missed the corner, and that has put Jim's up his 7th. From the back to 7th place. Great driving from Jim, and he is looking strong. We're only on lap 6 of 10, and he's 2.5 seconds behind, and there goes Shafty through past Pat in his Renault, and Pat in the Rocco, with Jokers in the Hyundai, and it looks like Turtle's closing in on those guys. This tyre wear is looking pretty tough. Let's have a look at the top here. Sorry, it's jarring in it going through the whole field. So here we go. Skyjacker, his tyres are starting to look rather abused. Digi, his tyres are in a bit better state than Skyjacker's, and he's closing in on the Audi, but we know Skyjacker can defend, but to defend for 3 laps is asking a mighty lot. And already Digi having a look around the outside. It's a tough call. He wants to get that Audi on the inside, really, because it's only ever going to slide out wide. And there we go, Digi making the move on Skyjacker. Skyjacker just not having the tyres to defend. And Digi is through in the Lexus to the lead. Skyjacker in 2nd, and Racer Brown making short work of it in the Mitsubishi, looking after his tyres a little better than the guys ahead. And he's looking like he's going to get Digi as well pretty soon, with Digi struggling. Well, his tyres, they're not, I wouldn't say they're as bad as Skyjacker's, but they're not as good as Racer Brown's. Oh, and there goes Skyjacker's grip. The last of it just went out the window. And Racer Brown definitely looking like he's lining up Digi for a move here. Digi going to the inside to protect his line. And they're side by side as they get to the flying hairpin. Digi on the inside, but has he got the speed up the hill? Here comes the Mitsubishi. Getting a good run. Himself in the corner like Digi had to with defending, and that was textbook. Beautiful stuff from Racer Brown. No, it's not done. Digi still clinging on. We saw him do that in the race 2. Just the determination of the man. He just stays there on the outside and he keeps hold of it. Oh, nearly run out of track there yet. And he's still there. holding on to that lead as we come round to complete lap 8 and go into lap 9, but those tyres aren't getting any better for Digi. And Racer Brown, I think it's a patient game, it's a waiting game for Racer Brown. Skyjacker, he seems to be catching them back up. He had that small mistake. I think Digi, having to defend and keep Racer Brown back, is helping Skyjacker get back in the fight for the win. And at the moment, Digi on lap 9, he's still got this lap and the next lap to go. And that's a lot of defending to do against Racer Brown. And Racer Brown looking like he's got the move done, but we've seen that before. And Digi, he's going to try and late brake. He cannot do it. He cannot do it. He hasn't got the grip, I'm afraid. And Racer Brown just whips one by. Beautiful stuff. Digi in second then. And Skyjacker still mounting an attack for that second place. Homesick Alien in fourth place in the Suzuki. Oh, it's so cute. Look at you. Look at you, you little cute little Luca. Talleyrand in the BMW in fifth place, 11 seconds ahead of Coy. Coy, who's been on both podiums, his tyres are absolutely shot. He's struggling with the tyres this time around. We've seen his tyres shot like that before, but he's managed to get good results out of it. But he looks like in this third race, it hasn't come together, and Jim is really ready to make a move on him. Jim's tyres not in the best position, greatest place themselves, but he just seems to have more of a handle on his Mazda than the Subaru at the moment. And it's just looking like he's getting ready. Koi Carp going defensive to the inside as they start the final lap. Jim, he looks like he's going around the outside of the first part to give himself the inside for this next one. Koi tries to turn and found Jim there. Jim already making the move, surprising Coy. Oh, and now Jim's lost a bit of grip, and he may have lost his chance to take that position. Up at the lead, Racer Brown. He's not coming over the line yet. No, he's just coming into the final sector. Leading this race by 1.8 seconds. Digi in second place, ahead of Skyjacker. Skyjacker losing a handful of time. Homesick Alien, I don't think he's going to catch Skyjacker up. Talleyrand in fifth. Koi Carp sixth. Ahead of Jim in seventh. Turtle in eighth. Pat ninth. Shafty 10th. AJ 11th. Joker's 12th. Barry Twins 13th. And here comes Racer Brown out the final corner to take his third win of the evening in the Mitsubishi. A super job done by the Brown Streak. Digi comes home in second place. Great drive with Skyjacker rounding out the podium. Take a boo, my son. Homesick Alien grabs fourth place in the Suzuki. So cute. And Talleyrand gets fifth in his BMW. Koi Carp still fending off from Jim as they enter into the final corner. And Koi Carp looks like he's going to end a very strong evening with a sixth place ahead of Jim. Jim needed another lap there, and he grabs seventh. Turtle comes home in eighth place. Great drive from Turtle. Oh, Pat dropped back. And AJ in ninth. Pat grabs 10th ahead of Shafty in 11th. And then we have Jokus coming home in 12th place in that Hyundai. And it used its tyres up, didn't it just? So 12th for Jokus. And Barry Twins bringing the back tyres look all right, Barry. It's just those front tyres you got to look after. Coming home in 13th in the Pug. Superb. Great set of racing. Now, I think they're going to close the room down and do some testing with different cars and different tyre rates. So we won't muddle the water up for this stream and confuse things at the end there. So we will wrap this one up. What a great set of free races. Huge well done to Racer Brown, taking all 3 wins in that race, and all the guys who got on the podium. Super job. So I was your broadcaster and your commentator, Daryl Rea. Thank you for joining us here at the Virtual Racers Club. Keep your eyes open. I'm not sure what's coming up next week. I think on Thursday we've got the HPEC. So that's something to look forward to. Tuesday, I don't think there's anything going on. And then the following Friday, it'll be just another random race. Just a fun random race. So keep your eyes open. If you subscribe to this channel, you'll never miss a thing. And it's easy to do. It's on there somewhere. It says subscribe. It's got a bell. So touch my bell end and you will be subscribed and you won't miss a single thing. And like the video if you had fun. I know I did. Mama Homesick saying defo stay on thingy. Skyjack saying my brain is pretty useless at the moment, mate. And Mama Homesick saying thanks thingy. It's my pleasure, and I tell her I wants to get on with something. So I was Daryl Rea. Thank you for joining me here at the Virtual Racers Club. I hope you enjoyed that. Keep your eye open for all future events. We've got some coming, and they're corking. Okay, peace and love. Peace and love.